Warning, censorship. Warning, censorship.
When we see that body cam footage, it had me shaking with rage, and I don't have a dog in this hunt. Whatever happened, my friend, to officers' discretion? Whatever happened to empathy and compassion? Or, Avi, is it all about Aussie cops have some sort of a secret quota they must fill when it comes to charging law-abiding citizens with these crazy Wuhan virus protocol crimes?
It feels a bit that way, doesn't it?
Yeah.
I've got some mates that are cops, and they tell me that it's really down to discretion. So the only excuse for that kind of behaviour that I can understand is that that's a cop on a power trip. And when I first watched that, and we were sent it through fightthefines.com.au, I was like you. I was shaking in anger because you can see she's obviously terrified of being arrested. She was willing to even comply to the rules, even though she had a medical exemption. She didn't, this was a period of time during the lockdown where the mask mandate had come in and everybody was a bit crazy about everything. So she didn't, she just wanted to do her job, working at a supermarket during a period where so many had lost their jobs in what was at the time one of the most essential jobs, because as we know, during these lockdowns, the one place people went to obviously shop for essentials, but also I think anyone who's been to a proper lockdown, the supermarket was kind of your saving grace. It's where you would go to see the the other life around you, and some of the supermarket staff became kind of the punching bag to a lot of disgruntled citizens to the lockdown. So I think those were the people we really needed to protect at the time, and the police should have been there protecting them from outraged civilians who had no one else to kind of vent their frustration at the time. But instead, they went there to hunt her down. That's what I could see on the video. They've entered the store. They've noticed her not wearing a face mask or face shield, that she walked in with a scarf on to avoid any unwanted attention. She says to me the reason why she wore that is because she could still at least breathe through it. But as they spotted her and went towards her, in the hands of her supervisor, who knew about her exemption, in her hands was a mask, and they came to this agreement like, I'll try do it, even though I've got my little pump here, I've got bad asthma, and I get anxiety from covering the face like that, but I'll give it a go. And no, that wasn't a good enough excuse for these cops that just seemed like they were enjoying the power way too much.
You know what, Avi, I'm glad you mentioned that, because that's the vibe I picked up on. They were feeding off her anxiety. They were almost relishing or secretly enjoying the fact that she was being moved to tears.
If you listen to the way he was talking to her, he was acting like he's so calm, and she's, it's all about, she's the one acting bizarrely, and, when in fact he was just condescending. He was being really rude in a gentle tone. The big man, you're the one there in the official capacity who's holding a gun, who's controlling this older woman, this grandmother who is clearly in fear of you. What a big man. You're able to, his language was just so, it was disgusting. It was vile. And I hope that now he's been shamed.
Hey folks, that was an excerpt from my show, Rebel Roundup. Now, to get the full meal deal, why not go to Rebel News Plus, sign up, and never miss a Rebel News Plus show in the future.